In series of viewpoints from the uprising among the African countries, it is high time African leaders redraw the continent's borders. The poor and helpless remain the victims when their rulers belch blood all over Africa, but the question is, when will it end? So let's focus on Ivory Coast as international forces invade the whole country. You may remember that President Laurent Gbagbo and his political opponent, President-elect Alassane Ouattara, were entrenched in a fierce battle over the results of the 28th November election. It is not as if Mr. Gbagbo's actions constitute a grave crime akin to the opposition of the death penalty on poor Ivorians. But his peers on the continent are apparently seething with anger not only at his stubbornness, but also his naivety in allowing an opponent to win an election. Therefore, West African leaders declare that Mr. Gbagbo quit office for Mr. Ouattara or face the bombardment of his palace and wherever else he may be suspected to be holed up. To mention trouble spots like Sudan, Niger, Somalia and the whole of Central Africa will be abstract. The issue of Libya also came to the limelight and fighting is still ongoing. An uprising in Libya against the rule of Colonel Muammar Gaddafi has developed into an armed conflict, pitting rebels against government forces. A NATO-led coalition with a UN mandate to protect civilians was drawn into the conflict, although operations are largely confined to air attacks. The wave of unrest in Africa is also leading to widespread demonstrations in Syria against the rule of the president. Neocolonialism is rearing its ugly head in Africa again in an open, without shame. The earlier Africans joined forces to unite, the better. Otherwise, catching up the train would be a mirage. Zinat Sufyan Daud, TV Africa News.